Who let the drones out? Woof, woof, woof. We got all kinds of drones showing up everywhere. Everywhere we got drones. They're now here in West Virginia, here in Parkersburg even. And here's the thing, okay? If you guys recall, some of you guys caught my video about 4 weeks ago where I said that there was this homeless woman down by the river who said that there was a spotlight UFO and that it was pursued by a military helicopter, which turns out it was a Black Hawk helicopter, which most likely means it was National Guard from up around our airport where that base is. And come to find out, I don't think it was like UFO, like extraterrestrial ship. That's what I thought she meant. But I was reading a comment last night from a guy in our area, an older man, and he apparently heard what I heard last night. So after I got off work, I was running along the river and I heard what sounded like helicopter rotors. But I couldn't see anything. It was right on the Little Kanawha River down by this factory that had this, like a plastic explosion or something a week or two ago. I'll talk about that in another video. That's not important right now. But I heard the helicopter noise, but I couldn't see it. It was weird. I looked and looked. I couldn't see a helicopter. Well, this guy posted the same thing. He said that he saw a drone and it put a spotlight beam out on the Ohio River by DuPont Chemours. DuPont Chemours, as you guys know, that's a factory with a lot of corruption. They've dumped Teflon in our river, in the Ohio River. They have probably been responsible for the Ames shovel plant fire that I just posted in the last video in 2017. But now there was a drone sighted up there with a spotlight being put down near the Ohio River, according to this man. And he said that he heard a helicopter, but he couldn't see it anywhere. So I thought that was kind of strange because when I went by the river on the Little Kanawha last night, I couldn't see the helicopter anywhere, but it sounded like it was just sitting on the ground. So I don't know. I thought, well, maybe it's that factory making noise. I don't know. But now that I'm getting to think about it, what if that homeless woman didn't see a UFO at all? She actually saw a drone, which means that they've probably been here for several weeks now, and nobody really paid much attention. The homeless woman saw it because she said that the helicopter woke her up. She was in a tent right off River's Edge. And she said, I wouldn't have even noticed it had a helicopter not been 30 feet over my head. And she said that it's always been going on between the hours of 2 and 3 in the morning. And she said that it happened 3 different times within a span of 3 weeks. And that had been about a month and a half since I've talked to her. It was right before Halloween. So I'm just theorizing that these drones have been here. Now, what does it mean? What are they? Who's behind it? I think a lot of people are now waking up all of a sudden here in the last couple days. I think we're all kind of getting the same intel or information, and it seems like these drones are really ours, belonging to the United States government. And I wasn't sure. I kept going back and forth. At first, I thought they were extraterrestrial, and then my Indiana source said, well, he was pretty darn certain that they were foreign adversaries like Iran, China, or Russia, and I kept saying I don't really think they are. Because if you guys remember last year and the year before when we had the Chinese spy balloons, well, that's what the mass media kept saying, that they were Chinese spy balloons. But why would China put balloons in our air? It didn't make sense. I mean, you could argue the fact that, yeah, maybe there's some Chinese nationalists that have been occupying our country, military-aged men and stuff, and maybe they put them up there, but other than that, it doesn't make sense. What makes more logical sense is that it's really our own black budget government doing this stuff, the deep state, and they're sending it up for reasons unbeknownst to us. Now, why would our government be putting drones up? And they're now seemingly everywhere. They're all across the country now. They've multiplied really quickly here in the last week, and many different states are talking about seeing these drones, including our home state of West Virginia. Now, what it appears to be is blue beam technology, blue beam project technology, And you say, well, what do you mean by blue beam? Well, I think that some, not a majority, but some of these drones may be holographic. They might be seen by our physical eyes, but they're not actually physical objects. I think they're holograms, but I'm not saying that that's explaining for most of them. Most of them do seem to be physical objects. And we've got reports in New Jersey of a couple of them being downed in the last few nights here. I played that audio clip for you on one recent video. One came down in a woman's backyard, another one fell down on power lines, and some other ones were spraying some kind of chemical. And New Jersey actually responded by having a hazmat team show up where these drones were spraying chemicals out. Is it biological warfare even? We don't know, but it seems to be like people are now thinking that they actually belong to us, and it's just a psyop. And I think that they're trying to fake a false flag alien invasion. Now, I came out with a video approximately 1 year ago now, I do believe, saying that our government was going to do this. They were going to come out with a false flag alien attack on us, and some people are theorizing some of these drones are big enough, they're the size of SUVs or cars, that they can hold a payload or a bomb on them, and that maybe they're going around all these military bases looking for some kind of nuclear material or something so they can detonate it off a drone and try to convince people that it's the aliens attacking us. Well, I've said all along, if the extraterrestrials wanted to attack us, they would have done it years and decades and hundreds of years ago, and they haven't really done that. Now, yes, they are real. I keep telling you guys that. There are extraterrestrials. Our government has been in association with them for a long time. Mostly the bad ones, I think. The ones that are having people abducted sometimes for experimentation. But there are good ones too. They're not all demons. A lot of you guys keep seeming to think that all extraterrestrials are demons. And some of them could be. I'm not saying none of them are, but there's good and bad in everything. And if you guys caught our videos this past year, or last year rather, with Speak to the Sky, or Tanya Derenberger, who was the son of Woody Derenberger, famous alien contactee in Parkersburg in 1966, who died in 1991, you will know that his daughter Tanya was talking about the Galactic Federation. Indrid Cold was part of that. He was one of the good ones. And he would hide from our government because our government can't be trusted. If our government is not in our best interest, why would the friendly humanoids or extraterrestrials trust them? They don't. But apparently the bad ones are in conjunction with the government. So it's just food for thought. It's my thoughts on what the drones are doing here. And look for more of them to appear in your skies. I would remain calm. I think that, yeah, they're saying it's a federal violation if you happen to shoot some of these out of the sky. Well, here's the thing about that, okay? Our own government isn't giving us answers. They claim they don't know what these are. So how could you be breaking the law by shooting them out of the sky if our own government acts like they're too scared to do it? They say that these things are breaking the law by entering our airspace around these military bases and stuff, but they're not doing anything about it. So apparently it seems to me like a couple people have already taken matters into their own hands and blasted a couple of them out of the sky. So I don't know. Stay tuned. It's a developing story, but we seem to be finding more out by the day, and people are now getting video footage of these things. So I would encourage you guys to go out there and get video footage. Just be safe. We don't know exactly what's going to happen with these things, but lots of people are getting video footage, so you're not going to be the only one if you catch something. So it seems to be people are catching more courage in trying to record these things. So keep your eyes to the sky. As night comes, these nights are long. It's winter. You're liable to see a drone in one of your cities. So that's all I've got for you guys. Post your comments down below, whether you agree, disagree, whatever. That I am fine with anybody who disagrees because we don't have all the answers. We're trying to put it together just like you guys are. As always, thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for helping this channel and subscribing. It means a lot to us. And we will try to come out here and help you with more information. Until next time, guys, Godspeed.